So one of the things that you'll do is, I know that you don't want to tell them about doing a FISBO, or you don't want to think about using another person, but they must hear it. Because they're thinking it, and if you don't bring it up to swipe it away linguistically, then it's going to be a problem for you.
So, starting with options. Now, Joe has taught us over the years, and many, many masterful members of the community have taught me too. And that's one of the great things about this community. We all learn from each other, is that starting with 4 options is a very, very powerful place. And this is a simple example of that that I've used for many years, where I say to the client they have options. One could be doing nothing, as they look at what's possible. One could be doing it on their own. Like as a lender, folks can go online and search for lending sources on their own. They don't necessarily need me, right? They could hire a salesperson, which is pretty much the typical lender, or they can hire a referral-based consultant, which is me. That's an example of options. And Dan, I think you have a sample of this that goes into a little more detail. Maybe you could show that quickly. Let me unshare this.
Sure. So what Paul's talking about is a core by referral only technology that we've been sharing for, since I've been here for 15 years. We have the idea that says when somebody's making an important decision, and buying a home and selling a home, getting a loan or refinancing are all some of the most critical decisions that people make, you must tell them all their options. And sometimes these options are not the options that you were thinking about sharing with them. And so what we teach, and what Paul showed you on his screen, is we actually tell them that their options are that they don't have to do anything. We let them off the hook immediately. Or that they can do it all on their own. They can, they can try to be a for sale by owner. They're allowed to do that. They've thought about that. And they can even work with the more traditional salesperson if they want to, or they can choose to work with you. So one of the things that you'll do is, I know that you don't want to tell them about doing a FISBO, or you don't want to think about using another person, but they must hear it. Because they're thinking it, and if you don't bring it up to swipe it away linguistically, then it's going to be a problem for you. So we actually tell them, we say that, when we're done today, by the time we're done today, you don't have to do anything. I'll give you all the information you need, and if you're not ready to decide, with an emphasis on the word decide yet, that'll be fine. Your second option is you can do this all on your own. And every year, thousands of people, buy, sell, borrow all on their own. So if you decide that you want to try to do this all on your own, let me know. And you can even, your third option is you can, work with a more traditional real estate agent if you decide. Again, we're repeating the word decide over and over again during this portion. And I can even refer you to a more traditional real estate agent or lender, or you can choose to work with me. Right. You can choose to work with me because you believe that I'm the best option. So what Paul is saying is, when you sit down with them and set the boundaries for working together and making a decision, something magical happens when you tell them all the things that they're actually considering, because now you're going to be able to help erase them.
Yep. Yeah, thank you for showing that, Dan. It's great. And one distinction I just want to make here is, I'm sharing the formula here. There's a real simple example of it. And Dan just shared deep coaching around that deep skill, which is what we learn in Bro. And that's a lot of what I'm showing you today is only possible because of what I've learned in the Bro community and with this kind of coaching. So this is where this begins, starting with them having options. Now, right after that, with no pause, we get into step 2.